Hello and welcome to Life, Fiber, and Faith with CatholicAmanda. My name's Amanda, and I'm Catholic, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome or welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the video podcast. To start out with, I have some very delicious chai latte in here. It's hot this time, so I've got to be careful not to burn my mouth because I literally just made this. So good. I have been out of great coffee creamer to use for things like hot teas and coffee and stuff. Like, I don't use milk, and there's no milk in the house right now. But I do have sweetened condensed milk, so I mixed a little bit of that with water to make it runny enough that I can pour it in just like creamer, and that's what's in my mug today with little Berloits and Marie from Aristocats. So this is one of my favorite mugs. So yeah, welcome. Grab your cup of something hot and sit down and join us. So good. I've really been a fan of chai lattes recently. They are like perfect peak deliciousness. Again, I hope that the angle and everything, I've changed up where I'm sitting today, so we'll see how this does. I'm not sure if I like where I have the ring light because it's like shining in my face, but otherwise I look really dark because I'm filming at night because I work nights now. And this is what we have to deal with, so we'll do our very best. And I do have audio hooked up a little different today, so hopefully it all works out. I've got some notes on my computer, which is here, so let's get started. So personal updates in the loop. Let's see. It's been about 2 weeks since I've seen you guys last. I've been working on lots of different projects and stuff, working and just kind of surviving. It's September. Mid-September today. I'm still processing the fact that we're in September, and it started to get chilly out, so that's all the fun stuff there. I mean, my health's been, up and down like it usually is. Just please keep me in prayers. We have some contagious stuff going around where I work, and I really don't want to catch it. So that would be nice if I don't. Yeah. Now let's see what's up next. Oh yes, Crafty Chronicles. For finished objects, I finished this hat I'm wearing. It's a stockinette stitch hat. I used let me open up my notes, the barley worsted pattern to kind of help give basic for how big to make it and how to do crown decreases, but I didn't do the garter stitch section. I just did it all in stockinette stitch. Wow, words today are a little tricky, but that's okay. I just did it all. The one stitch to make it just a black hat that I can wear. It works for me. It's made out of superwash merino wool. I believe it's the K&C brand from Joann's. I think from Joann Fabrics. The notes and everything are in my Ravelry page, which I will definitely have linked below if you're curious. I also finished I believe it's called the Latu hat. I gotta look at it. The Latu hat by Meiju Khalil, and it is a mainly stockinette stitch hat that has a section of ribbing, or not ribbing, wow. It has a section of some really fun cables there. This is my first time working cables, so I definitely have some errors in my cables. I also don't have all the ends cut off. They're woven in but not cut off because I haven't blocked it yet, because I was told that blocking this hat would help open up the cables so that instead of looking all scrunched like this, it will spread them out so that they look pretty. I had a lot of troubles on the crown decreases for this one and ended up just kind of cinching it all together. It works. I'm not worried about it. It's not perfect. I also had done less of the brim ribbing because I didn't really want a folded up brim. But this was some of the yarn that I had that is, I believe it's also superwash merino. Again, all of the details for what kind of yarn and everything are on my Ravelry project page, but my first time with ribbing, and it turned out pretty good. There were some problems down on the bottom where I went the wrong way because I was trying to read directions for which part of the stitches go forward and which go back. Is a little bit tricky, but I did my best, and so I'm really kind of proud of the first bit of ribbing I've done, and I want to do some more, so I've got some plans for some more, hopefully. We will see if I end up making that hat in the next couple weeks or not, since I've got a lot of other things kind of in the works. I believe I told you about this scarf last week Let me try to bring it up so I can tell you what details I have on it. Woo! Almost out of the one skein of yarn, because I don't want to really go into 2 skeins of yarn for this one. So I am really considering, I think I'm going to finish up what I have for a skein, and then connect the 2 to make it kind of like an infinity scarf cowl type thing, because it'll keep me warm come winter here, and I'm all for warmth. So this pattern is the Sea Sand Scarf by Diane Dahlmeyer. And it's this really pretty pattern. Well, there's my mistake row, so maybe I shouldn't show you that, but the one side looks like this, and the other side looks like this. And we have a visiting cat. Say hello, Dominic. He's very curious why everything is set up where he wants to be. He'll probably stop by again. We'll just see his tail showing up, I'm sure. But the pattern calls for the scarf to be like twice as long, but I'm thinking that if I put it in, kind of make it into like a cowl infinity scarf, that'll be good underneath jackets come winter, and it won't be too bulky. This yarn is Karen Simply Soft in Gray Heather, I believe. Again, all the details on Ravelry. I'm really proud of this one because this was a different pattern that I hadn't done before, so I like the way it's turning out. There is that mistake row, but I'm well aware that those are mistake rows make things the way they are. I haven't worked on this one for a week or so, and I probably just put that over my microphone, so I am so sorry if it got very bad. But yeah, it's a scarf that I just want to finish up what I have left of the yarn from this one skein, and then just match or stitch it together or sew it together somehow, because I think that would be good for this scarf for me, because it's a nice scarf and it's warm and soft. And I've been liking this Karen Simply Soft because I had gotten, let me throw things somewhere else away from me. I had gotten some of the yarn, the Gray Heather. I'd gotten quite a few skeins of it when I did. So I've been working on a shawl. This is, I believe it's called the Grain Shawl, and it is by Tin Can Knits. So it's a triangle shawl, still definitely on the needles, so it's not done yet, but it's about almost a skein in, and it's starting to look like a shawl. I did have some errors at the very beginning because I knit, I believe it's called Portuguese style. I tension my yarn from the front of the work, so it's either around my neck or I use, where is it? Right here, I have it clipped on here, badge reels that have like the little plastic piece that I put my yarn through, and I clip that right where I have like my microphone, and I tension my yarn from the front. It's easier on my hands, and I enjoy knitting that way. So I was struggling with the pattern directions for yarn over in this pattern, because that's what creates the gaps here between the panels that gives it that lacy feel. It's part of the pattern design. I wanted it. It wasn't showing up. Because when I started, I was doing my yarn overs the wrong direction. As you can see in this first section here, where they weren't as defined. And I didn't like that. So I fixed it up and figured out how to do it. It took a little trial and error. There are a few places on this pattern that have mistakes that I'm probably the only one that's going to notice. But this one is going to be for me at work when it gets chillier, so I have something to put around my shoulders, keep me warm. It's going to be longer yet, so still working on it. My sister came to visit this weekend, and she saw this and was like, oh, that's a great idea. It gets cold where I work and all this, and I wouldn't mind having something like that. And I went, well, I bought yarn to make you a scarf. Do you not want a scarf? And she was like, I don't really wear scarves. But I had made an order from, I believe it's called Hobby. It's a store in Denmark that does yarn and stuff. And I had ordered some of these Cascada yarns. They are color 9, I believe, color 9. It's like greens. It's really pretty. Then there's, this one is color 8 that has browns and blues. Trying to get it to show up properly with the lights. It's a really pretty color. And then this one is a brown color that's all browns. That's color number 10. I had got these to originally make scarves for myself, my sister, and her boyfriend, so we could all have somewhat matching scarves at for Christmas, but they don't wear scarves, they told me. And I was like, well, darn, because I have this yarn now, and this yarn is, it's a cotton and acrylic mix, I believe. Yeah, 61% cotton, 39% acrylic, and it's 200-gram balls. So they're like this really lovely, let's see if we can, they're called Cascada yarns. See if it'll focus on the name there. There we go. So they're really beautiful. And my sister picked this brown one she said was her favorite and asked if I could make her a shawl out of it. And this is not enough yarn for a complete shawl. So I was like holding up the others together, and I'm like, they're not meant to be together so much. So I ordered another ball of this that will be coming probably this week. And so I'll be casting on a shawl for my sister. It's probably going to be the same pattern as what I'm making for me. Maybe a rectangle one if I find a pattern I love. I haven't completely decided on that yet because I just don't know what shawl I want to do, but this yarn is so soft. I just love it. Dominic is playing down there, so we'll see what he does. I also, when I ordered from Hobby, because I wasn't going to place just one order for one thing when I'd ordered this yarn, I got some of this We Love yarn. It's 100% acrylic in 50-gram balls. And it was a pack set, so it was more like a bulk pricing, but it's this gray color that I got. I want to try to make a sweater out of it. I'm not completely decided on what sweater pattern to use. I've been enjoying the Tin Can Knits patterns as they have very detailed blog posts and videos and stuff that go along with how to do the techniques. So I'm considering making their flax sweater out of this yarn, but I'm not sold yet. So we'll see. I haven't opened this bag of acrylic yarn yet because I have a cat and he will play with things. So this is a safer spot to keep it for now, but this is trying to decide what pattern for sure, but I figured I could try the flax pattern maybe and see if I like it, because this yarn is relatively cheap. It's just a basic acrylic yarn. So we'll see how that goes. I did get one other thing of yarn that I'm not sure entirely what I'm going to make out of it yet, but it was on sale and I have a thing. Can you tell I like grays? So this is a gray. It's a Cotton King, I believe. Cotton King's cone, 500 8/4. So it's just 100% cotton, 500 grams. It's a gray. I'm trying to get the colors to show up properly with the lighting because it's all artificial lighting because it's night is tricky, but it's just a cone of yarn. And it's a fingering weight, I believe. Super fine, a 1. And so we'll see what it ends up becoming for me. Haven't decided yet what I'm going to use it on, but I love grays, and it's 100% cotton, and it's a fingering weight, so I could make lots of things out of it. Who knows, maybe I'll make another shawl, or I don't think I quite would have enough for a full sweater. But maybe like a vest or something. Or some hats, I don't know. Play with it. We'll see, but I just had gotten a cone of yarn. So that's kind of what I got this week for crafting stuff. I've been enjoying a lot of just knitting away on my shawl, and seeing it grow is very fun. There's also, I had showed you the yarn that I had gotten. I had some alpaca yarn. It's way behind me. I'm not going to go grab it right now. But it's this purple alpaca yarn that it's like a fingering weight, sport weight, DK, something like that. I don't know for sure. It's a yarn that I have. It's the Paku Pura, something like that. It's an alpaca yarn that I'd gotten, and I just have enough of this really pretty purplish pattern or color that I was thinking about making a cabled hat pattern, but I'm not sure if I'm going to or not because that yarn is variegated. And I've been told variegated yarns are not the best for cables, as we can see from even this one that has different colors in it. The cables don't pop as much as they would on something that is much more solid colored. So we'll see. Have not decided on that yet, but those are the things I'm thinking about this coming week. Really want to finish the shawl I'm working on because I'm pretty proud of it. I really haven't made wearables like clothing before out of knits, so that's where I'm gonna have fun with that. Okay, that's all the crafting stuff I got, I think, right? Yeah, woohoo, we made it. Okay, faith update section, Seasons of the Saints. It's been going where I'm at. Just keep plugging away. We're in September, so we've got a lot of just beautiful September days coming up. Like, we're almost to like October, which means that like November is approaching, which means that Advent and Christmas are approaching, and I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for the second half, kind of the second end of ordinary time as we get into all of the stuff that comes up in October and November, and we're like getting there. I love those months because October is the month of the Rosary, for those who don't know, and I have a great devotion to the Rosary. I love the Rosary. My Rosary is actually sitting underneath my camera right now, and that's just, I usually have one with me, and so October is the month dedicated to the Holy Rosary. November is the month dedicated to the souls in purgatory, and then we're in Advent already. I'm not ready for that. That's coming so fast. So definitely it's coming up, and we've got to just keep on keeping on. The Lord provides in his own time, and right now it's just been adjusting really to still being in where I am in northern Montana now, with the parishes that I'm in that are different and smaller than parishes I've been in before. And as a consecrated virgin, that's a different dynamic to get, that the church here isn't open every day of the week. So it's just something to remember myself and be like, yeah, I can go to church on Sunday nights or Monday mornings, unless I'm driving over an hour. So that's what I have right now. So life's just been a little bit what it is. And I just kind of feel a little bit, I don't know if it's like so much like a disconnect faith-wise, but it's more like I just feel like something's missing, but I'm not sure what or how. Just keep plugging away is what I can do. Okay, let's check some of the community updates now for our group chat section. I had posted little just pictures explaining that I would be coming home to do some video updates soon, and that was going to be trying to record this video and edit it so that it could be up by Sunday or Monday. We'll see how we do on that time schedule, because it's going to be cutting it close, I think. And so let's see, I was looking at some of these questions are asking if one of the questions from Houston, do you copy, was asking, could I show you the DIY projects I've done recently? That's kind of the section where I'm just showing you the projects I've made and stuff. I haven't done much other DIY right now. Do I still get the great boxes from the t-shirt club? No. I don't wear a whole lot of t-shirts, so I stopped my subscription to the Catholic T-shirt Club. It's still wonderful, and if I wore t-shirts, I might get it again. But I don't really wear t-shirts, especially here. It's chilly in Montana almost all the time, where especially working nights, I want long sleeves, I want sweater weather, so I don't have the t-shirt box subscription right now. And what teas do you like? I like a lot of different teas. A lot of the floral black teas is what I've been liking a lot. And today it is my chai latte, because I love chai tea. The chai tea mixes that I have, and then you just add some of the milky stuff to make it a chai latte. And it's yummy and delicious and very drinkable. And I also really like this chai blend that I have. It's from a local shop, so I'm not going to share like the name of it or anything, because then you'd know exactly where I live. But it's a local, they do a chai blend, and it is really good iced as well. So I've been taking it iced to work, so it'll stay the correct temperature longer, so I can just sip on iced lattes. That's pretty much all I have for the group chat section. If you want to leave a comment and I can answer it and maybe discuss it in video, feel free to comment below this video, comment on any of the stuff, join the Discord group, it's all there. And let's see, closing up with bulletin board upcoming announcements. Probably I'm trying to do a video every 2 weeks right now. I would like to be able to do more, but I don't trust my health to stay safe, that like to let me make commitments to do things every week. I think I would fail at that, and I don't want to set myself up for failure or disappoint anybody. So we're gonna at this point go for every 2 weeks. So I'll see you again in about 2 weeks, and we'll do a video then. But yeah, I hope you liked some of the projects I've got. If you got ideas of what to do with this fingering weight cotton that's gray, that's beautiful and soft, that'd be great. let me know. And also I have these 2 other Cascada ones that I was going to make scarves with, but why make scarves if my sister doesn't wear scarves and her boyfriend doesn't wear scarves and we are not all going to match? So I've got these really beautiful soft yarns that I'm not sure what to make with. I don't really want to buy more of these skeins because they're not the cheapest skeins, and I like to use what I have. So we'll see what we can come up with for those, and then the brown one will become a shawl. I did order a second one of that because it's a gift for my sister. I suppose I can do that for her. Hopefully I'll have the scarf finished and maybe the shawl next week. And we'll see. I have also got some more hats I want to make because I've been wearing a lot of hats because of my alopecia, not having hair, and trying to stay warm. Because of all of that. So I hope you all have a great day, and may God bless you, and may you have a wonderful week or 2 weeks until I see you again. God bless.